So let's start our second day demo. So first of all, why the name Pega? So the tool which we are going to discuss is Pega BPM tool, Pega PRBC. And the organization which has developed this application development environment called Pega PRBC is Pega Systems. So what is the reason behind giving the name Pega to their company and their tool? The founder of this Pega system is Alan Trefler. Founder of Pega systems is Alan Trefler. Let me go through Google. So this guy, he was one of the world chess champion. So long back, not now. So he was one of the world chess champion. So he came into IT. So he started developing a product, a module using C language. Okay, that module he has developed. It's a reusable module in the programming. And he wanted to give a name to his organization. So when giving the name, he thought of giving a name which also reflects his passion. So he was world chess champion, means it should be a great passion to him. Chess should be a great passion to him. And he wanted to give his organization name which should also reflect his passion. So now if you look at this one, Pegasus. Pegasus is a horse with wings. And if you look at the logo of Pega, same logo. Okay, this is the logo of Pegasus. And the reason behind again taking Pegasus, out of this Pegasus, he has taken this word Pega. Why only Pegasus? Is because the Pegasus resembles one of the chess coin you see, knight. Okay, so that is the reason behind giving the name Pega Systems, and the tool that the development tool that we are using, Pega PRBC. The word Pega is being taken from Pegasus. Why Pegasus is because that is reflecting the knight coin in chess. Okay, this is the reason behind name Pega. So when this Pega has been started, so 1983, Pega has been started. When they start, as I told you, initially they have developed using C language. So after that, it has been upgraded to CPP. So I am talking about business logic wise. And for front-end user interface, it was HTML and the database respective database. And afterwards, it has been upgraded to core Java. So today, if you are working on Pega tool, it has been built on core Java for business logic. The business logic, whatever that is readily available in the system, has been developed using core Java. So as a developer of Pega, you are not required to look at any Java code, or you are not required to learn Java something. So you need to be a Pega developer, learn Pega as Pega and work Pega in Pega. Okay, so that is what. So for front-end user interface, they have used HTML. From the current version, Pegas 7, they are using HTML5. Okay, and for business logic, it is core Java today. And for database, you can integrate with any database. It depends on the client. Suppose if I am the client, I am going to buy this tool. I have a strong team with strong SQL team on SQL Server. Then I am going to integrate this rule base with SQL Server. If I have a strong DB2 team, then I am going to get this rule base installed in DB2. So like this, it depends on the client. So it can be connected to any database. Okay. So what is the business sectors? What are the business sectors where Pega is being used? Someone is asking question. Yeah, only core Java for business logic. So there is no extended versions of Java has been used. Okay, it's purely core Java. What are the business sectors where Pega is being used? Today, if you see in the market, that's what I'm saying. It uses only core Java in its business logic development. Why it has to use JSP? What is the purpose of JSP? Purpose. HTML is there. Okay, so it uses HTML5 today. It uses HTML. You can integrate with JSP if you want. Okay, but that is not required. Okay. So what are the business sectors where Pega is being used? So coming back to this point again, in the tool development, of PRBC, this is the PRBC. Let give me 1 minute. Here you go. So this is the environment which I am going to open. Pega rules process commanders, designer studio for the development. In the design of the tool, Pega tool, they have used almost 18 technologies. So for user interface HTML, HTML5, for business logic, core Java, for database, any database. Other than this, there are some of the few business components which are being integrated into this. They have used VB, they have used .NET and other technologies as well, Silverlight and all. So that is just 0.001% we can say. Okay, so this is clear now. Where is it? Servlet is there. Doesn't mean JSPs are being used. Servlets can be there. Okay. Servlet will be there for every web application which has been built on Java. Okay, but doesn't mean that it is going to talk to JSP pages. It can talk to, from servlets you can talk to HTML pages. Okay, so it talks to HTML page.
Does it have any inbuilt web
Business
container?
logic is purely been implemented by core Java. Okay. Yes, someone else is asking another question. What is that?
Does it have any web containers or any other app servers, or it's
Application
just custom
server.
type?
Okay, I'll include that here. Hang on. Application servers. See, as Java can be installed on different application servers like WebSphere, WebLogic, Tomcat. So your PRPC also you can install on the same application servers like Tomcat, WebSphere, WebLogic, etc. Okay, so it can be any of the application servers. So as a developer, you are not required to gain the knowledge about the application servers. Okay, there will be some middleware teams, those are working on the WebSphere servers and all. Okay, so now what are the business sectors where Pega is being used? So coming to the business sectors, so today so far we have banking and finance, insurance. So you're not required to write, you can watch here. I have this video already. Okay, so banking and finance, insurance domain, and we have in automobile. So automobile we have so banking and finance. Coming to banking and finance, you have clients like Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase, Morgan Stanley, And insurance wise, we have Hanover Insurance Group, and United Health Group is there for their insurance applications for in healthcare. And coming to healthcare, you have United Health Group and Humana Healthcare. So some other few healthcare business vendors are there. Automobiles, we have John Deere, Bench, Ford, like this. Different vendors are being tied up with Pega systems to build their applications, and it is there in um, medical research. Medical research, I can say pharma research, medical pharma research. We have Roche Pharma, Pfizer. I don't know this spelling. FI? Oh, yeah, thank you. So Pfizer and few other clients are there. Okay. So apart from this, banking and finance, insurance, healthcare, automobile, medical research, and we have Walt Disney Entertainment. So entertainment, we have Walt Disney. And few other sectors are there. So using Pega, as we have discussed earlier in the demo, you can develop web applications in order to go ahead and perform your business processing. So all the different kinds of web applications related to different sectors. So these are the sectors: banking, finance, insurance, healthcare, automobile, medical research, medical and pharma research, entertainment, Walt Disney is there. Like this, there are few other sectors, and this Pega is not been there in social networking. And today you don't see applications in the retail domain. Okay, when I say retail, so the domains like Flipkart, Amazon and all. But Amazon is using Pega, so it is nowhere in the front end where you access the Amazon application. So it's for some internal usage. Okay, so the applications what you see, which you use in order to buy the products like Amazon, Flipkart websites. These websites you can develop using Pega, but we do not develop using Pega. There are some reasons. I'm going to point out those going forward. Okay, so it is not there in social networking, the development, and it is not there in retail domain. So we don't have any clients in retail domain. Only one of the client is there in Australia, so they are also not using. And one more thing here I forgot to tell you: telecommunications. So telecommunications, we have Verizon, Vodafone is there, and now Nokia is been entered into using Pega applications. Okay, so these are different sectors. So why it is not there in retail domain? So exactly, before we discuss about that, what type of business applications we can develop using Pega? So I told you all these sectors we can develop using Pega, different sectors applications, but we don't have Pega applications in retail domain. So mainly Pega applications are back operations applications. Back operations applications. What do you mean by back operations applications? Yeah. So one of the application, back operation application, is something which will be accessed by the employees of organization. Call center applications, that is one. And if you get into a bank, so there will be some of the applications, those will be accessed for internal usage by bank employees. So those applications, and also ATM applications and check processing applications and insurance processing applications. So like this, back operations applications, in the sense you can take insurance processing applications and banking apps. Okay, so like this. So let's take insurance application. So you're going to access any of the web application. Okay, you are going to provide your basic details in that application. You are going to upload your required documents whenever you need an insurance policy. So now all this data will be collected and it will be sent to the back operations teams. So there they are going to start the actual process of in giving you and providing you insurance. They're going to collect all this data and upload into Pega applications and all the documents. Thereafter, it reaches department by department. So it will, this particular, whatever the business object is there, it is going to reach to department 1 business for some business implementation purpose, and it will go to approvals, it will go to verifications like this. So these are the applications which are being accessed by back operations team. Suppose if you take in India, so LIC is there. Suppose if you want LIC insurance, an agent will come to you. So agent is going to collect the details maybe on a paper. He is going to collect all hard copies of documents, and he is going to take your required details for the verification purpose. He will go there, he will go to the respective branch. Suppose he belongs to this KPHP branch, he will submit the documents at KPHP branch. So like this, there are many documents that will be collected across different branches of the city. So all together collectively sent to one centralized LIC department. There back operations teams will be sitting. So those people are going to open these documents, get these documents, open one of the application, make the data entry and send it for the necessary processing, next level of processing. So thereafter your application will be processed, and finally after everything is been verified, necessary approvals are being received, you will be getting insurance policy along with the generated premium. So like this, the application which is being accessed by the back operations teams of an organization are being built using Pega. So those are the business applications used for business process management. That is what Pega BPM. Okay. So these kind of applications today you see whenever you go ahead and look at the Pega business world. Okay. So why it is not there in the retail domain? Why it is not there in social networking? So considering Pega here, I told you Pega is been UI is being developed using HTML5 today. So before Pega 7 version, it was HTML. HTML or HTML5 it is plain. So there are no other UI rich user interface controls are being used. These are pretty plain controls that are being used to design the user interfaces. And for business logic, core Java, and database anyway, database queries will be generated. So now you take any technology, suppose you take Java, .NET and all. If you want to develop an application using Java, okay, so the Java applications are extensive, it's a version. Now core Java, advanced Java, Springs, structs, Hibernate, there are many things available. Okay, so now if you want to hire a Java resource for business logic itself, maybe you need to hire one person strong on core Java, maybe another resource who is strong at some of the advanced concepts of Java. Like this, for business logic, especially you have to hire a resource. Coming to the user interface, you can use either JSP or you can use HTML. There also you can use HTML or other user interface technologies you can integrate with Java. Definitely you need a resource who is strong at designing the UI. So you need a resource. For UI you need one resource, and for business logic you need a one resource, and database. Coming to database queries and all, every query that you have to write on your own. Okay, so using that respective syntaxes and all. So suppose if there are complex queries, so definitely a normal programmer, one programmer might not be good at all these three: UI, business logic, and again database querying and all. So you may have to go for other DB resources, so where in which they are strong at database querying and all, building the queries and all. So coming to DB, you might have to hire one resource separately for database querying and all. So here the work is being done coordinatively by three resources minimum. Okay, so in order to complete a work here, a business application, UI, business logic and database, you might have to you might be required to hire three separate resources. But here in case of Pega, it uses form based programming model. Yesterday we discussed automation of the program. So BPM provides automation of the Pega provides automation of the program. What do you mean by automation of the program? Your UI has been already designed and provided to you. You can use the existing user interface and customize it according to your requirement. Still you are not required to code anything. It's a drag and drop kind of stuff. So coming to the business logic has been automated. Means your business logic data is coding is already been written in the system. So that is being provided to you. You can use the existing business logic or you can customize it according to your requirement. But here the customization doesn't mean you are going to customize the internal Java code. So it means you are going to customize PRPC type of business logic. Here in PRPC, the business logic is being developed using activities. No need to bother about technical stuff. Activities, just listen to it and understand. It is there. So now you have to generate your business logic in a way of activities only. So customize the existing business logic which has been automated and given to you in the form of activities. You need to customize to another activity as per your requirement. But you are not required to customize the existing Java code. So that is not needed. Suppose there is a feasibility that you can write your own Java code and all. So but in reviews it will be failed. So no one is going to accept in the reviews. You should never write a Java code while you are using PRPC until unless it is pretty much required. Okay. First thing is you have to go and identify within the PRPC. Next thing, talk to Pega systems resources. So ask them for a solution that you are not able to find in this one. They are going to provide you the solution ultimately. So that is for sure. So suppose you need a solution which takes longer time, maybe 5 months, 6 months, but you need it in 1 month. Temporarily you can build it on your own. If you have Java experts, you can go ahead and integrate it. Still there is a feasibility to write your own Java code in Pega, but it is not required. So there is one rule, there are few rules called edit input, edit validate, different technical rules are there. Those rules you must have to write Java code. Those are also already been readily available. Okay, we will discuss all those things later. Now coming back to this one, business logic is being automated given using core Java and database. So your database querying also, your PRPC once it is been integrated with internal database, rule base. Yesterday we discussed rule base. So the queries will be automatically generated. Okay, you need to access those tables as a form based programming in the PRPC environment itself. It is going to generate the queries automatically in the background, whether it is a simple query or complex joins or whatever it is, the queries will be auto generated in the background. So your DB queries are also being automated. So when you are working as a developer on PRPC tool, you are not required to be an expert in UI design, or you are not required to be an expert in business logic implementation, or you are not required to be an SQL expert. Because everything when it comes to a developer, everything is same form, same kind of form based programming model where you are going to choose it from the drag and drops and you are going to choose it from the drop down selection process. Okay, so a programmer doesn't feel like he is writing code. He is designing the UI, he is not going to write any HTML code, JSP code, ASP code. So all the controls are readily available. Okay, and he doesn't feel that he is writing queries, but the queries will be generated automatically in the background. Okay, so now here whatever the UI business logic and DB implementations that are being done by 3 different resources in other technologies, here in Pega can be replaced by one resource. But still this resource doesn't require to attain the knowledge of building the queries or implementing the business logic coding wise and designing the user interface coding wise. So because everything is form based programming model in PRPC. Okay, so here comparatively in the development the cost is also being reduced. One thing is, because of this reason the cost of development is being reduced as well as the time is reduced. Time is reduced because if I want to go ahead and implement a business logic for email integration, so I have to go ahead and make a connection with the email server. So I have to open all the connections. I have to go ahead and build the body and integrate and with the mailbox, respective mailboxes, and then I have to close the connections. Everything I have to do, I have to write code on my own. It will take some time. But here, for the same email integration in PRPC, the business logic is already been written and available to you. You just need to configure the connections and all by passing the parameters. Just simple parameters you pass, that's it, your work is done. So you're not required to write any logic for the implementation of email integration. Okay, you just need to pass the parameters to the existing business logic which is already been provided to you. So now something if you're going to write from the scratch, it will take some time. something which is readily available as a built-in component, if you're going to use it, definitely your time will be reduced. So the development wise, the time is been reduced and cost is also been reduced. So coming back to the point. So now here, as I mentioned you, it uses core HTML. Plain HTML it is going to use. Suppose now consider a business application. Okay. So I'm going to tell you in two scenarios. Now one is banking. Suppose you have a banking application. Okay. You are a bank manager. You are going to access one of the application for posting the deposits. A person is going to deposit money in a bank. So it will go to manager for posting. So he is going to open one of the application, look at this, validate it and post it. It will be posted to the, credited to the respective account. So this posting application, suppose you take, otherwise you take an insurance application that will be accessed for providing insurance. Coming to this kind of business applications, whenever you are accessing, do you bother about processing or do you bother about the user interface richness? Which one you bother about? So you need any rich user interface while you are accessing the applications of this type, or you concentrate on processing. When you deposit money, I want it to be processed within seconds. What is required? So what is being considered? Processing. So always in a business, customer or business thinks about only processing. My processing should be done in a faster way and also error free. So now coming to retail application. Let's take one of the retail application, shopping cart, online shopping cart application is there. You are the end user. So processing wise, everything is provided in two different applications. Two applications are there. Take application A, application B. Both application A provides the same kind of processing, application B provides the same kind of processing. So now application A is being built using plain HTML. Means there is no richness in the user interface. Application B has been designed using rich user interface controls. So it is going to attract the customers. So while coming to the end user point for these kind of retail applications. So now out of these two applications, application A with plain HTML does the same processing. Application B with richness and good attractive user interface does the same processing. Which one you will access as an end user? Which application you are going to access? Application B we are going to access when it comes to the retail domain. Because always they have to attract the customers with different offers and with rich user interface and all. You find some plain user interface, you don't feel it's like a website while coming to the retail domain I'm talking about. But the same when you come to the business domains, take an ATM application. When you process a check into an ATM, so that application is not rich user interface. It's not been built on rich user interface. So it's pretty much plain, but still here the processing will be done faster. Suppose two banks you take. One bank you deposit a check, the processing may take 1 hour. Second bank you deposit a check, the processing will be done in 5 minutes. So which one you will choose now? So I need always faster processing in a business. If I'm going to transfer money from US to India, there are different vendors available in the market. Some vendors are going to take 24 hours, some vendors are going to take minutes, some vendors are going to make it in seconds. So I always look at the client who is going to provide me the best processing as well. Faster processing as well as error-free processing. Okay. So you take CC Avenue, you take PayUmoney. CC Avenue 99.9% error-free processing. You deposit 1000 checks, 999 checks will be processed. There might be a chance one check may fail. Okay, one transaction. PayUmoney only 92% is there. So 92 out of 100 gone. Sorry, will be processed. 8 failures on an average you see. So which one you will choose now? You will obviously go for CC Avenue. So in a business, we always bother about the processing as well as faster processing as well as error-free processing. So business applications, business people, they do not bother about the richness of the UI. So now using Pega, you can integrate with rich user interface controls. You can integrate PRPC with rich user interface controls. Now the question is, I have developed a user interface integrating with rich UI and plain HTML. When I open the user interface, while it renders into the browser, web browser, which one is going to render faster? The one with richness or the one which is plain HTML? Obviously the one which is plain HTML. So now coming to the business application, If I design a business application with rich UI controls, it takes more time than the plain HTML. So now, which one is feasible in a business, plain HTML or richness? So plain screens are feasible because I'm not going to bother. So the richness is going to take some time to render into the screen, those rich controls and all, server light, whatever it is. So considering these facts, so Pega's main motive behind developing PRPC tool is for providing the business process management solutions wherein which users can access the application faster, application can process the things faster and error-free processing. Considering all these facts, Pega has not integrated its UI with rich user interface controls, but still you can integrate if you want to develop. But the motive behind developing a business application is not with the rich user interface controls. So that is the reason why, one reason it is not there in the retail market. Okay, this is not there in retail domain because if you integrate with rich UI, again the processing will be going down. Okay, it will take more time. So that is not the idea behind developing the PRPC tool. PRPC tool is always meant for faster processing and error-free processing. Okay, it's not meant for richness of the UI. So this is one reason where, because you do not find Pega is in retail domain. Suppose if you are going to integrate, if you find any issues, you go back to Pega systems, they are not ready to support. They will tell you use only PRPC provided UI, do not use rich user interface controls. Because you are using retail application, if you go out with PRPC, obviously you cannot do the things. So if you find any issues, you have to resolve on yourself. Now coming to the Pega, you have any issues in the user interface, you have any issues related to business logic, you have any issues related to rule-based connections or rule-based processing wise, any issue related to up to the tool, you have to raise a request to the Pega systems. Until and unless it is not something customized by you, you are not required to take care of it. So Pega systems is there ready to help you if the issue is related to Pega tool. So now my support is also being reduced here. Apart from development, the support that you need is also being reduced. For there are any issues with the tool, Pega systems is there ready to support you. So these are the advantages where you see Pega comes into picture in the business world. So development time is being reduced. The number of resources that you are going to hire for the development is being reduced. The three business components, UI, business logic and database, are being worked by single resource. So thereafter the time is being reduced and the cost of the development is being reduced. And also because it uses pretty plain HTML and core Java and database queries will be internally generated automatically. So it is going to be an error-free processing as well as faster processing. Okay, if you find any issues, you get any issues, so Pega systems is there ready to support you. Okay, so because of this reason, Pega is there in the other sectors other than your retail and even social networking. Okay, so there is another reason. So that is cost effective. So Pega is cost effective. Suppose if you want to go ahead and develop your application using PRPC, build your applications using Pega PRPC, so you have to spend in $1 million per application. So there are some vendors, so it's per application as well as again number of users accessing the application. Based on that, the cost will come into picture. So for the it is a licensed version. In order to buy the license itself, you have to spend millions and millions of dollars. Now coming to the retail sector, if I want to go ahead and build an application, just talk about the initial investment of the application, servers and all, leave about it. Only application if I want to build a retail application, if I'm going to spend just 50,000, 1 lakh rupees also I can build. I can get an online shopping cart website. 1 lakh, 2 lakhs is enough rupees. So, but here for this application, I cannot spend millions and millions of dollars as an initial investment. So the initial investment when you buy PRPC license is huge when compared to any other technologies. Okay, so where I can get Java for free of cost. Same Appian, there is a BPM tool, so I can get it for less cost or free of cost. There are some BPM tools which you can get it for free of cost. Pega is cost effective here. You need to spend millions of dollars whenever you are going to buy the license. So because of this reason, it is not there in the retail domain. Again, okay, as a retail vendor, I cannot spend millions of dollars as an investment to build just an application. Okay, So Pega applications mainly, where do you see? If you're going to spend millions of dollars for the investment, initial investment itself, definitely your business turnover should be in trillion dollars. The revenue that flows in your business should be in trillion dollars per day. So where do you, what kind of sectors you see like this in billion or trillion dollars? Obviously banking and finance you take, there is trillions and trillions of dollars of money that is being flowing between the systems, okay, in a day. Stock market and insurance is also one of the greatest revenue generating source, okay. So like this, so you find it with big giants in the market. Even bank also you take, you do not find it with small banks, smaller banks, because they cannot afford the cost of initial investment. So wherein which your business is generating trillion dollars of revenue, billion dollars of revenue, then you can afford to spend $1,000,000 of money for the investment. So because of these reasons, it is not there in the lower, with the lower level clients in the market. So you see Pega applications are being used by the clients like AAA rating clients in the market, the giants like JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, like this, and healthcare also United Health Group, okay, like this, all giants you see in the market of business where Pega applications are being used. This is one reason. So far, any questions, any doubts? Anyone has any questions? Chandra was asking something. Open source versus Pega long term Japan. See, coming to the open sources. See, there's a question. Pega is costlier, but still there are many BPM tools. Open source BPM tools are available in the market. So why still we go for Pega? Why?
I would still
Yes.
say like it's a, you have the ready-made solution available in a time
Yes.
to market is
Correct.
faster than build right from the scratch. But yeah.
Correct. Perfect. Now, see, even though there are many open source vendors available in the market, suppose let's consider operating system. You have many operating systems available in the market which we don't even know. Okay, apart from Windows and Mac, we have many other operating systems which are for free of cost. Okay, so which one we are using mostly? Business. Coming to the business wise, let's leave about individual person. Okay, in the business also, mostly you see Windows applications, and somewhere you see so Mac applications related to the business. Okay, so there are many vendors available in today's market. They are going to provide their operating system. So what is the problem here is your Windows operating system is stable in the market. You don't find any issues because it has many releases since long back, and definitely you will get the best support. Suppose you have any issue with Microsoft, any of the product, definitely Microsoft is ready to solve your issue within minutes. So in a business, if I'm going to find some issues, if I get some issues in the business processing, definitely that is going to be a huge impact on my business. So processing errors are there. Suppose you are doing a check processing. One of the check failed. As a result, there is some issue in the business logic and all, coding and all. So processing is failing sometimes. So then there will be a huge loss for you, for your business. So I need error processing, error-free processing. So now I am going to build an application development, start building an application development, writing code on my own. Are there any chances that I am going to make any mistakes considering different business scenarios? Are there any chances? Definitely there will be chances. So today you have developed an application using Java. Okay, your application is running. You have moved it to live environment. Give me 1 minute. Glenn, Glenn, you have joined. You did not join? No, the same link. No problem. I am recording it. Join in a minute. Lost my audio connection. Yes. So because of internet issue, I lost the audio connection. Now it has been restored. So coming to the business, suppose you develop an application using Java today and you have moved it to live environment. Okay. So you'll face many issues. Okay. Suppose you sell it to client 1, client 2, client 3, they're accessing. You'll see the issues that are happening to specific client or some of the issues you'll face. You're going to fix the bugs. All these will be fixed and moved. Next level, after 2 years, again you'll see some of the issues. Like this, you continue this application for 50 years. What happens now? Will the application be stabilized? Stabilized to most of the extent? It will be stabilized to most of the extent or not? So it was as it was when it was developed initially, or there will be some improvements and it must be doing some better performance. So your applications, once these are being taken into long term, okay, obviously the applications will be stabilized with respect to the business. So the same way, Pega has been designed and developed in 1983. So from 1983 onward, they have different versions. So they were working with different vendors on the around the globe. So 2 clients, 3 clients, n number of clients today. Okay, so they are working with different clients. Suppose client 1 is using Pega product, they may not face issues. Client 2 is using, they might face some issues related to their business. So Pegas, they will talk to Pega systems. Pega systems is going to just close that issue, release the next version. So 2 years, all the issues they are going to sort it out and release the next version. So like this, Pega has been developed. Pega was there in the market since long 36 years. So since these 36 years, they worked with n number of clients in the market. So they work towards stabilizing their tool with respect to error-free processing, considering different business requirements, different business scenarios of different business sectors. Okay, all different kinds of business sectors for processing and all. So because it has taken almost 36 years, now today if you see PRPC applications from, especially from Pega 7 version, are more stabilized in the market. So Pega PRPC, this tool what you see here is an application to develop other applications. You cannot simply say it is IDE, integrated development environment. You have to say PRPC, Pega PRPC is an application using which you can build your other applications, your business applications. On top of PRPC only, you have to build your own application. I'll come to this point again in the practical. Okay. So this application is best stabilized in today's market with respect to the business implementation as well as business processing. So in the initial development, maybe after 10 years. So you heard about Pega, might be most of you heard about Pega before 5 years or 6 years. But it was there since long back. Why we don't know about it? Because it is not stabilized in the market. So once the clients are gradually increasing, obviously it will be well known to the people. So the same way. So it is providing the best solutions today. That's why it is being popular. So comparatively, other BPM tools, if you take, they are not able to provide the automation solutions that are being provided by Pega. Means the business logic, you need some business logic that might not be available in other tools. So you might have to write the code again. So UI, something UI you want, so there might be some code required to write in other BPM tools. So if other vendor is trying to build the same kind of functionalities as Pega systems, so they need some time, because it is something that you need to identify and work with your clients and write. Suppose they take 10 years from today and they're going to reach up to the extent where Pega is today. But in this 10 years, Pega systems will move forward. Definitely. So because of these reasons, you don't find a perfect, what we can say, competitor in the market for Pega. So as there are many operating systems available, but still your Windows and Mac are monopolies in the market. Okay, so the same way. So there are many BPM tools available in market. Pega is a monopoly in the market because of the reason of providing automation of the solutions for the user interface design. This is with respect to development. I'm not talking about the business. So this is with respect to development, automation solutions for UI development, business logic development, and query development. Okay, so because of this reason, Pega is now leading the BPM market. Any questions?
I
Anyone?
have a question. I have a question.
Go ahead.
So basically, you said that Pega is mainly used to do all the three jobs: UI, business logic, and database. We won't be writing any code and anything. But
No.
can you please tell in detail like what will we doing with the? It's just a drag and drop. If it
Yeah,
is
I
a
will
drag
show
and
you
drop,
all those things.
then
So this is just a, I'm going to give you just an idea. Okay, I'm not going to open the tool and show you. I'll open the tool and show you going forward. Is that fine?
yeah, it's fine. But if it is a kind of drag and drop, it can be learned by anyone, and there could be many resources for the Pega, right? Then why are we lacking resources of Pega for
Because
Pega
people do not know
especially?
about this tool, man, in the market. They don't know about this tool, first of all. And also, clients, they don't bother about the things when it comes to the market. See, Pega Systems is, uh, they're gradually increasing the clients. It's not such easy to convince a client and ask them to buy our product, spend $1 million and buy my product. It's very difficult. Okay, I'm not going to spend any I'm not going to spend money. I'm going to get Java. It's a freeware. I'm going to build my applications. Why should I spend $1 million with you? So now, once any one of the client is started using JP Morgan using, they are getting the best results. Suppose now their vendors think about what they are doing, then they will start using. That is general human tendency. So it's a gradual level of occupying the market simply. See, it was there before Pega 7 version is being released. Suppose it was there just as a ratio, it was there with 100 clients. After Pega 7 is being released, Pega is being used by 1000 clients. That's how the ratio got increased from Pega 7 onward. That's
Yeah,
how the best
yeah, I
performance
understand
they're
that.
providing.
Yeah, I understand that, but could you please explain, like, if you could draw a picture at least and show us what will be doing? Because I have like I don't have a clear idea of what we will be doing with the Pega because I'm very new to this word even. Okay, so I was just kind of uh, not clear about in depth what we'll be doing because I've been a Java developer. I'm a .NET developer now, so
Did
I've
you
been
attend
coding
yesterday's
through all
class?
my way.
Did you attend yesterday's class, Santosh?
No, I haven't attended the
That's
class
the reason
yesterday. Just
why you are lagging here. So just I'll tell you one thing. You can go back to my demo and watch the demo video. So that confusion
okay.
will be sorted out. But for now, I'll tell you one thing. Using Java, what the application development that you are doing using Java, the same you do in Pega.
Mm-hmm.
The same you do in Pega, but Pega is specifically meant for a specific set of business processing, specific kind of business processing applications. So, but for now, to give you an idea, Santosh, Pega is used simply for web application development. That is the point that you can keep in your mind for now. Is that clear?
Okay.
So you are going to develop an application using Java, right? Web application, business application. The same way Pega is used.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Now you should be able to imagine the things. So similarly, so if you have joined yesterday's demo, you would be much clear about this. You can go back and watch the demo video. Okay.
I'll do that definitely.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So just moving forward, who are the business users? As I told you, it is not there in the retail market and social networking. So the business users mostly, you see the Pega applications are back operations teams. So the teams means back operations teams means, as I already told you, the employees of organization. Call center people, those are the employees of that specific organization. So the same way, back operations teams are the ones where you see Pega applications are being accessed. So far till today, as far as I know, is concerned with my knowledge, there is not even one application which is being accessed by us from the web. Okay, all these are internal business applications. Okay, so far. Cloud, you mean to say? Why is it fixed? I didn't get you. For installation, you're talking about? I didn't get you.
Okay, one of the banking applications we work on Citric environments. In the healthcare, we work on the Citric environment.
Citrix, so, you will connect through Citrix.
Citrix, yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. See now, what are the versions available in PRBC? So we have Pega version 4, 4.1. So you can go through the web and see. I don't remember the previous versions. 4, 4.1, 4.4, 5, 5.1, 5.5, 6.1, 6.2, 6.3. Again we have service packs here. Service pack 1, service pack 2, like that. Okay. And coming to 7, 7.1, 7.1.x, 7.2, 7.3. So the latest version is 7.3. So the version that is being used by the business today, if you go ahead and work on a Pega application, 7 in between 7 to 7.2. Okay, 7.3 has not been taken into production so far. So they will upgrade the applications from 7.2 to 3. So from version 7 to 7.3, you don't see much changes. Okay, little bit of changes, fixes and all they will do. They're just gradually releasing the versions. From version 6 to 7, 6.3 to 7, so there are many changes related to UI, related to database. So I'll explain you all those things going forward. Okay, whenever we are working. So these many versions are there for Pega. So today's latest version that has been released is Pega 7.3. The version which we are going to work on in our class is 7.2. Okay. So you might be put into 7.1.6 application, 7.1.7, 7.1.8 or 7.2 might be. But either of these versions you are going to put on to, you should be able to work. Okay. That's how I am going to cover. So what are the certifications available? So as a developer, okay, certifications are CSA, Certified System Architect, Certified System Architect, CSSA, Certified Senior System Architect, LSA Level 1, Lead System Architect Level 1, LSA Level 2, Lead System Architect Level 2. You complete these 2 levels, then only you set as lead. And the basic level of certification CSA, Certified System Architect, is mandatory for everyone. So you want to go ahead and say that you are a Pega resource, definitely you must be certified. The basic level of certification CSA, and the next level of expertise is Certified Senior System Architect. Okay. So yeah, LSA, Lead System Architect Level 1, Lead System Architect Level 2. No, there are different certifications again. So these are the basic developer certifications. There are UI specialist certifications available. So there are certifications related to frameworks available, CPM, marketing, like this. I'll talk about frameworks later. Okay. So those many certifications available, but basic everyone must have to complete CSS certification and CWS certification. These are pretty easy to do it. I'll help you on that. Okay. So now coming to.
So can we complete certification with your online course?
Yes, you can do it. So with my certification, so with my class, you can do CSA, CSSA. Also, it will cover LSA 1. So, but I recommend you to write down. So there is a problem. LSA 1, LSA 2. You complete LSA 1, LSA 2 must be completed within 6 months. Up to LSA 1, CSA, CSSA, LSA 1, these 3 are multiple choice questions. LSA 2 is a case study. So they bother about the best practices that you are going to use. They do not bother about whether you complete the case study or not. So it's not a big deal or good consideration to pass the exam. Okay, the consideration main thing is you have to use the best practices when developing an application. That is the main thing. See, you can do CSA, CSSA. Your subject also covers some of the topics from LSA level as well. Okay, but after you work for at least 1.5 years, just go ahead and sit for LSA 1. Once you complete LSA 1, you should be ready to do LSA 2 within 6 months. Otherwise, it will be expired. You have to do again. Okay, and one more thing is you have to do LSA 1 or 2 within the same version. Okay, so by this December 31st, the certifications for 7.2 will be expired. Okay, so I'll help you. Don't worry, you will complete all those certifications before that. Okay, I'll make sure everyone is going to complete it. Okay, now, so 7.3 will come. Suppose today if I'm going to complete LSA1, I must have to complete within next 2 months LSA2. Okay, within the same version you have to complete. So LSA1 or 2, LSA1 when you are doing, either do it in Jan or do it in June. Okay, so that's how we need to plan.
Sorry to disturb you. So what do you mean by expiration of 7.2? I didn't get that.
See,
So
basically,
current version of Pega
always Pega,
7.2.
yeah, I got your question. So always Pega looks at their clients should be using the latest version. So now you take Internet Explorer. Now we have Microsoft Edge. Internet Explorer 11 is there, 10 is there, 9 is there. 9 you are using. What is the reason you must have to upgrade to 10? Is it only the functionality that has been added or improved? Support will be stopped. For Internet Explorer 9 if you are using, you got any issues in your business, there will no one will be there from Microsoft end to support. If there is a version, there will be a time limit for that, for the support expiration. I have developed my application using Pega 6. Why should I upgrade to 7? My application is running fine. Suppose in future if I am going to enhance my application, if I face any issues in 6, Pega systems will not support me. So Pega systems always they bother about clients are using the latest version. We are ready to support when you use latest version, otherwise we are not ready. And also they want to reduce the burden on them because they are providing the best solutions in the higher versions. Suppose you are going to develop your application in a lower version and you find some issue that is already there in the higher version which has been fixed, we ask you to upgrade to higher version instead of we provide you the support. Okay, so this is the reason they will stop the certifications as well. They'll remove the certification of 7.2 because everyone is doing 7.3 resources. So the client is also expect 7.3 certified resource I want, something like this. But your certification
So
will
by
never be expired as a CSA developer or CWS. Suppose I did my CSA certification in 6.2. 6.2 certification is expired. It doesn't mean that I am not a certified resource today. It doesn't mean that I'm not a certified resource. So I did my certification in 6.1 long back. Okay, CSA, CWSA I did in 6.2 long back. LSA I did in 6.3, LSA 2. But still I said I am an LSA resource. So I am not required to do LSA again in 7 until and unless my client is going to insist me do LSA again in 7. We want to show to just propose you to another client. I am going to do it. Otherwise, still I am an LSA resource even if I complete LSA in version 5. Okay, certification
but 7.2 is getting,
but not your qualification. Yes, Santosh.
Okay. Yeah, but 7.2 is getting expired in this December.
Obviously. Hey, before that only you are going to complete CSA, CWSA. 100% sure. I'll help you. Don't worry about it. Leave the certifications to me.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So everyone, your certifications will be completed for sure. Even CSA, CWSA without fail. Okay. Even resources from USA or India. I can give you that guarantee. Otherwise, I'll pay you money. Okay. Now coming to the next question. So today we'll stop. It's 8 o'clock. So we'll continue tomorrow. So we'll just get clarified about 3 other questions. And we have some of the general questions that you might have. So tomorrow we'll complete discussing about the process and all. How we are going to proceed and all. So once we complete this, we'll start our classes. Okay. So technical classes. So this is clear so far. Everyone clear? So any further questions you have technically, so if those are not going to be covered in this 3, we will discuss tomorrow. Okay, and there are some general questions here. Who is eligible to learn Pega? You might have this question.